Hi there, everyone. How are you doing? It's Jeff C. It is Monday, September the 22nd, and I've been busted. 100% case closed, sent to Saturn, as press likes to say. I have a satanic logo. I'm sorry. It's all been exposed. As you can see, it's got the sixes in it, right? And, I constantly get people saying, you've got a satanic logo, I don't trust you at all. How could I trust somebody who's got sixes in his logo and stuff like that? Like six is something awful anyways, right? It's just a number, really. So I thought I would bust myself and discuss the logo, how it came about, and explain to you exactly what it means. Now, I had a logo editor way back when Freeradiorevolutions started, and I was up late. I actually spent hours trying to get the logo just right, just the way I wanted it. I knew if I got it right away or on the first time that I would never have to work on it again. So I always been kind of happy with the way it turned out. Now, the first thing to take note is this thing here, which people equate with six. I guess you can see a six here, and then a six here, I suppose, and whatever, right? I mean, you can find the sixes if you want to. I know Red Pill had another logo that he had up that people found sixes in, so he took down. There's no chance it's going to happen with this one. Although I originally had a different plan for this. I mean, it's close to what I wanted. In fact, what I was hoping for was a bigger Earth and then kind of a spiral coming off the Earth and going into the microphone. And that's really the purpose of this, is to take the energy, whatever energy, negative energy, positive energy, out of the Earth and power the microphone. So meaning that was my vision all along for the logo. Just to be able to harness everything that's happening on the Earth. And there's several things that we're limited with. So as I said, I was hoping for kind of a spiral, a bigger Earth with a spiral kind of descending from it into the microphone. And the only spirals that were available were one like this. I didn't draw this, by the way. In fact, there is a company called Debian that has been using the same sort of Fibonacci spiral. And that's what it is, by the way. It's a Fibonacci spiral. It's one of the most common forms. In fact, in the universe, it probably is the most common natural forming sort of symbol that is out there. Any symbol, pattern, or whatever you want to call it, right? And so I'm going to explain that to you and just talk about this. Well, it's just simple font. Trying to give it sort of a raw, sort of punkish sort of look, and that, people say, well, you got a lightning bolt there, so you must be evil. So this is the very first one that I designed, and all the other ones are based on this. Nothing has changed from this. So, I've made a lot of different ones. The one that I've been showing recently is this one, which I like a lot because, well, it's the same one, right? It's just got the sun in the background, basically. And, of course, now, oh, you've got sun symbolism. You must be evil. There you go, right? So I get all kinds of people going on saying, well, not all kinds, but there are people that go on saying, my word, you're a Satanist or whatever because your symbol, right? And how silly it is. So I've designed a lot of different ones, just messing around with simple programs. I'm not really good at much video editors. You can see some of the early ones. In fact, if you watch my early videos, you'll see stuff like this, right? And just trying to show a sort of evolution of where I've come from, and a little bit more sophisticated now. So just showing you here some of the examples of ones that I've used in the past with the gold. Here's one that's really psychedelic, right? And there I'll be accused of having Saturn in the background. You can't win, right? And just stuff like this, just simple things to, add a little bit of color and flair. I mean, I don't have any fancy video editor, that's for sure. So my intros, it's just a simple sort of process, right? It's just me and my basic sort of symbol, which I thought has worked very well. I mean, nobody's ever said they hated it. They just say it looks like Satanism. So explaining the Fibonacci spiral, or the Fibonacci number sequence, you can go onto the internet and just search it, Fibonacci in nature. And basically you have a spiral that goes out to, it expands at a rate of phi, I think, which is the I don't know, actually, I'm not very good at math, but it just keeps sort of exponentially getting wider as it moves along. Here's a better example of it, right? So, can I fit this in? Well, I can get it in mostly. Hang on a second here. Yeah, there you go, right? So that is a Fibonacci spiral. It's exactly what my logo is, with the planet of the Earth in the center and the microphone at the bottom. And there's nothing evil about it. It's not evil, if that's what you're thinking. It's not Satanism, although I imagine Satanism probably does use Fibonacci spirals, because you'll find it in everything. A perfect example is a snail, a shell, right? Or a snail, right? Same thing, right? They have the natural Fibonacci spiral. So you'll find it in all these things. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful universal symbol, and it really is universal symbol when you're talking about the Fibonacci spiral. It's everywhere. And hey, there's a cool example, an elephant, right? Perfect example there. And you'll find it all in nature. Where was it here? Fibonacci, hang on a second here. In nature, let's see what they've got here. You find it in everything, really. All different patterns, flowers, fruits, right? Trees, all kinds of things. Of course, we've said before, the shells and snails and stuff like that. It's in everything, really. It's one of the most common symbols that is out there. And probably the coolest example is our galaxy, right? Or galaxies in general. They all have the Fibonacci spiral. So I imagine the universe as well looks like that. I don't really know, though. I'm not. But you know what I mean? That's what it is. So that's what my symbol is all about. It's not about sixes, all right? If I'm evil, then so are all the shellfish and snails of the world. They're all Satanist, right? And you better throw the seahorses in there, and and then of course in photography they use it all the time. Here's some examples of how they use it, right? And it's just to get the perfect sort of, it's just a natural way of order, right? Oh, there's a pentagram or whatever, right? So we're gonna find something, but that's how it works. It's in everything. So ironically enough, I wasn't initially happy when I first came up with this, because I was kind of hoping for something different. But now I'm really happy that it's a Fibonacci spiral, because I think it's such a universal sort of symbol of the world, of the universe, right? And therefore, yeah, it's great. I'm happy. It's kind of a happy coincidence in that way. And so that's just putting this to rest here. Anybody who thinks that I'm into Satanism and I'm secretly coding it into my logo, oh boy, you couldn't be more wrong. There you go. You've got the full story now. Bust it! Thanks for listening. Have a good one.